Are you a single woman who's been living her very best life? Girl, me too. Get in here. Welcome to Empowered by Her Picket Fence. I'm Stephanie, and I'm not a celebrity or a social media influencer. I'm a single woman, a single mother, and a women's empowerment blogger. And it's time for us to come to the mic and let people know what's really good with single women. And you know this show is always going to keep it short and cute. So go grab that latte because we're about to get into it. Welcome back. Follow the show if you haven't already. So this episode today is a special one for all of the new moms out there. There is a war going on out in these streets, and it all starts with the Mommy and Me classes. So if you are a mother, a new mother, you have a toddler, preschooler, all the way through high school, get in here, even college age, get in here because we are going to talk about the mommy wars. If you are new to the game and have no idea what kind of shade you might be running into, I am here to clear all of the smoke. So let's get into it. All right. So being a mom, a new mom, is so exciting, but it's also super challenging. If it's your first child, you might find yourself stringing together tips from your peeps and just praying for grace. I have one child, so I never had the opportunity to say I was a little bit crazy with the first one, but the second one I'll be a little more low key. No, I was just like all in from the beginning, trying to figure things out. I remember when I used to look on with low key amusement in my single days when I didn't have children, when toddlers would fall out on the floor at the mall and their mothers would look on helplessly. I would be like, oh, wow. And like chuckle to myself, not anymore. Now I'm looking at her like, you are a superhero, because I've been there. And as a new mother, you begin to overanalyze every choice you're making because it's such a huge undertaking. Should my baby be vegan? How long should I breastfeed? All these things are going through your head. And with all that angst that you're in the middle of, like a true Calgon commercial, Calgon Take Me Away. Do you remember that? Or maybe I'm dating myself, but it was definitely a Gen X commercial. But Calgon Take Me Away moments happen every day when you're a new mom. All of us become firmly ensconced in our own little mommy camps. So what are the camps? I'm here to break it down for you. There are three main ones. Okay. Number one, the working mom. As a working mom, your days are long and your second shift starts as soon as you pick up your child from school or daycare. If you can afford it, a lot of women might hire nannies, which can definitely be a game changer. But working women are routinely carrying the stress of being spread thin, trying to keep all the balls up in the air at the same time. I remember when my son was in preschool and I was picking him up from preschool to then drop him off to his nanny. I saw some other moms walking to the park with their strollers. They had like a prearranged play date and, the whole day was theirs. They could go right to the park after school with their kids and, be in the moment with them. And I remember just feeling like, wow, I wish I could do that as well. But also knowing that I needed to contribute to my own bottom line financially for my family, for my little family. So everyone's experience is valuable and valid. So that's the first camp, the angst of the working mom. And then there is the working single mom. That's a spinoff that comes with the added pressure of literally covering all your bases. But I think people make a lot of assumptions about single parents. If your child isn't part of a two-parent household, the default perception sometimes is that you couldn't possibly raise a happy, healthy child. So I really, decided to stay focused on what was important, which was raising my son in a happy, healthy, loving household. So the first camp is a working mom. Second camp, working single mom. And now for the third camp, that's the stay-at-home mom. And I just want to say all the camps are valid. All of them are valid. But let's talk about the stay-at-home mom. I've never been one myself. And just as a disclaimer, I can only speak to what, I've gleaned from friends and that kind of thing. But please, if you have another your perspective, definitely let me know. I have always romanticized the idea of a stay-at-home mom. My mom stayed at home with me for a little while, and I saw it as days of sunshine and ice cream after school. I thought it was like, oh, it must be amazing. Although they love the time that it's afforded to them to be fully present, they also at times speak of this gnawing feeling that they weren't really fully participating in their own professional development. And many of them worried about what their stay-at-home sabbatical, for lack of a better word, might cost them in the long term. And the reason why I bring up these three camps is because mothers tend to separate themselves based on their differences rather than coming together based on the commonalities that we are all mothers. Whether you're a stay-at-home mom, a working single mom, a working mom, all of our walks are valid. We're all mothers. So what are the mommy wars? So I would say that the mommy wars are like the Hunger Games for new mom. And it literally kicks off the moment you leave the hospital. Like, seriously. Perception is everything. And each camp battles to prove that they are doing the mommy thing better than the rest. Each camp, each mother, oh, I have it all figured out. My baby's sleeping through the night, like you name it. Oh, she's only on organic food, like whatever. This is how it plays out. Disqualification. Some moms will only interact with moms who have made similar life choices, marriage, etc. The working moms that think they might not have anything in common with stay-at-home moms or single moms or vice versa. So they disqualify each other's walk in life. Exclusion. Moms often create friend groups for their children. I've seen this 1,000%, and you might have too. The moms that create friend groups for their children with the sole purpose of shoring up their child's popularity while excluding other moms and their kids. Horrible, horrible, horrible. I have seen it. And it's really sad because kids are kids. And we're way too involved. And then there's the mean girling. Moms who will walk right past you at pickup like you're invisible just because you're not part of their mommy clique. And sadly, as a working mom, I've experienced all three. At first, I really cared because I was new to the mommy game. But now I know it never mattered at all. And that's why I'm doing this show. Because with everything we have to worry about in being new moms, it's all made up smoke. It's all smoke. None of it matters. And if you're feeling left out of the crowd, of the clique, of the whatever, or wishing, thinking one group or the other, one camp or the other has the leg up on you, don't even worry about it. Don't even make it a focus. I wish someone had said that to me when I was a new mother. And this war that I'm speaking of continues through grade school as friend groups become more entrenched and established, and goes through high school. We have moms that are fighting to find the best tutors and then not sharing the information, or leaving people out of the camp discussion. Everybody knows you need to sign up for camp in January, February. And let me tell you, true tea, if a mom wasn't part of the in crowd in the high school, you can guarantee that and rest assured that she will do everything in her power to keep history from repeating itself. These are the moms that try everything, they pull everything out of their toolbox to make sure that their child is popular in some way. It's really sad. They are the worst offenders. There are so many nuances to being a mom, but my point in having this discussion again is really to bring light to what we are all dealing with, the stressors of being a mom when you are a new mom. And everyone wants the best for their kids. So women need to start coming together as a collective and supporting one another, whether you're married, single, working, stay at home. It doesn't matter. We're all mothers. And let's start focusing on the commonalities and being nicer to each other. So here are three things that you can do as a new mom. Number one, stay focused on your child because that's really all that matters. Number two, don't sweat the nonsense cliques. It's all smoke, ladies. I promise you. You don't need to be part of a clique. Do your own thing and they will respect you for it because you're not scrambling to meet them for coffee after school. And number three, kids need love, food, shelter, faith, clothing. Everything else will fall into place. So take a deep breath and just enjoy being a mommy. And on that note, it's time to leave. Girl, it's time to leave. When your significant other makes your life harder. You know what I'm talking about when it's always you doing the heavy lifting. This becomes very important as we get older and we pick up more responsibilities. If your significant other isn't trying to make your life easier, then you could possibly be with the wrong partner. Now, I'm going to throw out a disclaimer here. If you have a family, that's something you need to work through. And, there are no right answers. But at the end of the day, if you're always doing the heavy lifting, it might be time to leave. So if you can, and if it continues indefinitely, girl, it's time to leave. All right, guys, meet me right back here next week. And don't forget to hit that follow button and leave a review. And tell all your friends, because the single girls just got the mic.